Hello everyone, I'm currently working on a pet guide for 5.3 and it seems like a lot of people are still struggling with soloing the chess event in Karazhan. The problem with finding a tactic for this fight is that there is no winning tactic. You need to be able to anticipate on the things that are happening around you, you need to know what to do and you need a healthy dose of luck, so I'm going to try and explain the fight in this video. The object of the game is to kill the opposite faction his king. For the Alliance it's the War Chief and for the Horde it's the King. You kill them by taking control over the chess pieces and you always need to start with the King in order to start the entire fight. Entering a piece gives you 4 abilities on your action bar. If this doesn't work, turn off any add-ons that might interfere. You can move the piece with number 1 and you can change the direction it's facing with number 2. You can leave the piece by clicking on the black red cross icon in the lower left corner. Leaving the piece will give you a 10-second debuff that prevents you from controlling a new piece. The Alliance and the Horde pieces look different, but they have the same abilities. Pawn has a melee strike on number 3 and an absorb on number 4. Rook, which is either an elemental or a demon, has an AoE attack on number 3 and a buff on number 4. Knight, which is either a horse or a wolf, has a melee attack on number 3 and a debuff on number 4. Bishop, which is either a cleric or a necrolyte, has a heal on number 3 and a forward attack on number 4. The Queen, which is either a conjurer or a warlock, has a ranged attack on number 3 and an AoE dot on number 4. The King or the War Chief has a melee strike on number 3, Heroism or Bloodlust on number 4. During this fight, Medivh will cheat, but they've nerfed the cheating in 5.3 to make it a little bit easier to solo this.
Sounds fine.
Perhaps a change is in order.
He will either place fire on the floor, give his pieces a berserker buff, or heal them. I haven't seen him heal his pieces since 5.3 and the damage from the fire also seems to be nerfed by a lot. When the fire is under your pieces and more specifically your king, make sure to either move them out of it or heal them up. Okay, that's how the pieces work and it's a little bit of an explanation how the fight works. Now let's take a look at how it's actually played out. Like I said, there's no winning tactic. What I've done is record a couple of matches with a friend of mine named Fury W. I'll first do the fight myself, then she will play the game with me commentating, and then she will play the game as I give her instructions and tell her what to do. Okay, so as usual, I'm gonna put my focus on King Lian, so I can keep my eye on his health. I'm gonna jump into him at the start of the fight, and I'm gonna pop Heroism. Leave him, enter the Conjurer, and that would be on the Horde side, the Warlock. But I gotta wait for my debuff, so I'm gonna wait, enter. And gotta get closer to attack, so I'm gonna move him maximum position.
Sounds fine.
And then just attack War Chief Blackhand. Keep my dot up on him. Move out of poison stuff. Easy peasy. So yeah, unfortunately there isn't an I win tactic for this one, but if you anticipate on what's happening, should make it a lot easier.
For how long is the heroism up? Is that...
I'll check the ability in a moment.
Okay.
Just gonna move away from the peon so that they can't hit me. Now what I noticed when Medivh cheats is that he will always place it on the one that you're controlling and then another target, so I want to keep my Conjurer away from the king. Just to keep a space open where I can move the king and to avoid the risk of putting him on fire. War Chief is already at 60%. Unfortunately he's not moving yet, but that's okay, he'll die.
Perhaps a change.
Now he's going to cheat. So just going to move him, get out of him and see what else has been put on fire. The king, of course, because why wouldn't he? I'm going to move the king out of the fire.
I think he would be happy with that.
Sounds fine.
Pop heroism. Heroism lasts for 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then, let's see, well, my Conjurer is at 32%, so he's about to die. The Black Hand is at 50%, and most mobs currently are around this area with the Water Elemental. King Lian has plenty of health, so I'm going to go into the Water Elemental. And he has an instant spell that does damage to nearby pieces and decreases his damage taken. So I'm just going to do that. Can he move? No, otherwise he would move into the fire.
Now it gets interesting.
Interesting. Just going to move the Water Elemental. I'm going to see if I can get close to the War Chief, because that is your ultimate target, to get him down. Normally he would move him. Ah, there we go. Can I move him diagonally? No. But I can move him to the side.
Perhaps a change is
He's going to cheat again, and again fire. So, exit this one and see what's on fire right now. My horsey and my king. So I'm going to move the king out of it.
interesting.
Certainly.
Gonna pop a heroism, exit him, and now I want to heal him up just in case. Still got time for that. The best way to do that right now is by picking this one,
Need something?
because all the other enemies' mobs are in front of him.
Safe travel.
And the peon in front of him is going to die, so that will give me room to move him. And then I can start attacking the mobs that are in front here.
Mhm.
Heal on the king. So yeah, in this match, a little bit more difficult to hit the enemy because he is not moving towards us, but that's okay. We'll just take them out one by one. Can I move? I cannot. Unfortunately, the peon has 8% left. That's a shame.
Necessary sacrifice.
Water Elemental is about to die. Oh, he just got healed by the other cleric. That's nice.
Nice.
Okay, he's dead. So I'm just gonna exit this one. I'm gonna go into the horsey. But before I'll do that, I'm gonna go into my king and I'm gonna face him towards the peons. And thankfully Medivh just cheats, so let's move my
You're
king.
about
one
to
step this
fire.
way. Yup.
A transparent
Is
strategy.
there anything else that I could save? Potentially? Meh, not really. So now I'm going to go into the horse. Once I can.
The wheels have begun to turn.
Gonna move the horse in position, and the horse, what does he do? An instant strike that causes physical damage and decreases the physical damage dealt by nearby peons. That's always nice.
But you don't need to face them towards the enemy to hit. Is it more for a protection and
It depends on the abilities. Some of them will only attack if they're in front, like the cleric, he only shoots 3 paces forward. But the horse also only attacks the one in front of him. So if I turn him around now towards the Black Hand, he will now hit Black Hand with his ability.
okay?
So it depends on the peon. Now if I move the king to face towards peons, the king will, and I leave him again, the computer will automatically use his abilities, and the king only strikes in front of him, I believe.
All according to plan.
Now War Chief has smacked down my horsey.
Oh,
Oh, poor horsey. So what I should do is check out where War Chief Blackhand is gonna move. Then move accordingly, but first move my king. Yeah. Asshole. And now they are facing each other. So just turn around my king.
Is in order.
Medivh cheats again. So I'm quickly going to leave my king because he has given Warchief Blackhand a damage buff. And that could really potentially hurt. So I'm going to... Shoot, that really hurts. Enter the cleric and try to keep my king alive. Face towards Blackhand, so I can also use my shooting ability. Yeah, this probably will be a lost game. Huh, there goes my cleric.
Ouchie.
Can I do something? Can I do something? Well, no, I've pretty much lost everything. I'm just gonna use my pony. And then I'm just gonna try and assist my king, but I doubt it will do much now.
So it's still a matter of what the opponent does as well.
Oh, it's still a majority of luck. You sometimes have a chess event where the game automatically wins for you. And other times they just move in such a way that you can't win. Simple as that. But it's looking good. King Lian at 38%. Blackhand at 33%. I'm trying to get this demon down so that I can move my horse closer to Blackhand and hopefully get him down before my king died. He's going to cheat again. He's buffing the healer, which is not a good thing. 27% against 34.
Must be doable, I guess. Or not?
Nope, not if he smacks down my peons like that. Well, I only have the king left, so yeah, easy match. And now just try to hit as much as you can, I suppose. I could potentially still win. Potentially. 4%. Yay!
Yay, nice.
Well, that's an event where I took all the chess pieces, but... Now I will give you instructions, yes, on how to do this.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to start off with King Lian. Put your focus on him. Put it in a nice position that it's not in the way. And you don't have to do the heroism, because I was watching the other recordings and it really doesn't do much.
Okay, so I don't have to enter.
No, you do have to enter, but you don't have to do heroism.
Oh, to start it up, yeah.
Yes, but you can. It's a nice little bonus, but it's not really that great. And after that you enter the Conjurer. And from there on out, I'll guide you along the way.
Okay, let's start then.
Cool, good luck.
Thank you.
So right now Miss Furious entered King Lian. She's done her heroism and now she's left. And this gives her a 10-second cooldown for entering the next pawn. So if you click on the Human Conjurer right now, you'll get a message that you can't enter. When the debuff is gone, you can enter. And move your peon as far away as you can. Perfect. And this will put you in range of the Warchief. And that's your target that you want to kill. That's the thing that will eventually win the match. Now she's using her debuff, her AoE attack, and then she's going to shoot him as much as possible. She's moving her peon out of the green cloud because it does a little bit of damage, so it's great if you move out of it. And now all she needs to do is watch what's going on the playfield and just keep on shooting Warchief Blackhand, I believe with her number 3 ability, and use her dodging ability with number 4.
Correct.
Okay, now peon is moving in range, there's a little bit of green under her, so move a peon to move your conjurer to the right. Beautiful. Just keep on shooting, keep on dodging. a peon is moving towards her, she can take one step back. Now I would recommend not going back to the original position you started from, because when Medivh cheats and he uses fire, it usually lands on the one you're controlling and another one. So it's better if you keep your conjurer outside of that part so that you always have room for your king to move. And like I said, just keep on shooting, keep on using Rain of Fire. And eventually, yeah, the peons will get closer. You can move past them, you can move in front of the playfield if you want to. Because the conjurer, the queen, can move as far as he wants, or at least in any direction that he wants. So right now, Miss Fury, if you can move your peon to where I'm standing. Or maybe don't. No, don't. Just wait for Medivh to cheat, because Warchief moved close. Warchief's he's going to cheat, so now move your conjurer out of the fire, exit him, and enter your king. Alternatively, what you could do is enter your healers. Those are the clerics for the Alliance and the necrolytes for the Horde. And you can potentially out-heal the fire damage, but it's not necessary. Now just move your king and stay in your king for a moment. And we're going to change the direction that he's facing before you're leaving him. So just make him face towards the enemy. Now exit him, and you could enter your conjurer potentially, but I would enter a healer, because the conjurer is about to die, and this will allow you to heal up King Lien for a moment and do a little bit of damage. And specifically this cleric, because he has enemies in front of him. You enter the other one. That's perfectly fine. That's no problem.
Go to the other.
If you enter this cleric, the clerics have an attack that does... damage 3 squares in front of them. And right now this cleric has 1 peon in front of him, so that's... You can damage him, and meanwhile you can heal up King Lien, you can heal up other ones. Move your peon 1 to the left, Miss Fury. Oh no, wait, no, just stay there, keep attacking. You have 3 peons in front of you. This does the most damage. What I was going to say is move your cleric 1 to the left, but it's not required, because you can't hit the Warchief just yet, so he's going to cheat. So move him out of the fire. I would go here, so that will give your king room to move to the... No, instead, you know what? Move your cleric here. Right here.
Not the king first?
Nope. Nope, you're just going to out-heal your king's fire damage. And you're facing the Warchief, so shoot the Warchief and keep healing the king out of the fire damage.
Hello.
And once this one is dead, enter your other cleric. Now toss a heal to King Lien. Yeah, just keep on healing King Lien. That's the perfect. And when you can move, move your cleric to this square.
Can't move down.
No, yeah. The bastard just moved. So heal King Lien, keep healing him. Can you move here?
Yep.
Okay, so move here, keep healing King Lien. And when you can, turn around to face this direction, the direction of the Warchief. So that way you can help attacking the Warchief. Okay, he's about to cheat. He's going to do fire again. Can you move your cleric? Is it still cooldown?
I can.
Okay, move him here. Just stay in your cleric and keep on healing the king. All the while attacking the Warchief, of course. If you can spare a heal for your cleric, do so.
All according to plan.
If not, your next move will be entering King Lian.
Mhm.
Okay,
No,
let's
didn't make it.
yeah, just enter the king and start smacking the war chief. He's at 25%, King Lian is at 40%. You should potentially win this one. It's gonna be close, but it should be possible.
Foolish. Very foolish.
And right now all Fury is doing is hitting her number 3 ability, that's the strike, and she's forgetting about heroism, it's not required at this point. Victory.
Yay!
Now you might think to yourself, Noble, that's all fine and dandy, but this is all on the Alliance side. What about the Horde side? Well, let's take a look as you control the pieces on the Horde side, and you'll see that the controls and the abilities and the way that you play the game is exactly the same. So on this side you start the fight by entering your War Chief. And once again I activate Bloodlust, but really it's not required. You get a 10-second debuff, you can see it in the right top corner, which will prevent you from entering the next piece. Next I enter the Horde side, his Conjurer, which is the Warlock, and I move him as far as I can to start attacking King Lian. I use my number 3 ability, which is a ranged attack, and then my number 4 ability. And the difference with the human Conjurer is that number 4 you need to select it, and then you need to select the place where you want to place it. So it's not automatically used when you just select King Lian. Now I've moved my piece one step backwards because a peon was smacking me and I wanted to avoid a little bit of the damage. All I'm doing right now is attacking King Lian. I've changed my direction, so anything that comes in front of me, I'll automatically attack with my melee strike. It's not much, but every little bit helps. A peon moves in front of me. Just keep on attacking King Lian. King Lian moves in closer. Now his attack hits 3 squares in front of him, so directly the pawn in front of him and a 2 standing next to that pawn, and his attack hurts a lot. So I'm going to move my Warlock back to its starting position. King Lian is already at 68%, which is perfectly fine. Just keep on attacking. Gonna put my focus on War Chief Blackhand so I can keep an eye on his health. Medivh cheats, fire under me, fire under the king, so I move my Conjurer or the Warlock on the Horde side, move him out of it, and then I quickly go to my War Chief. Now the problem is my War Chief is a little bit stuck, so instead of entering my War Chief, I'm still going to enter him, and I'm going to try and move him and find out that I can't, because the peon in front of him is blocking him, and the king or the War Chief can only move 1 square. Trying to move my Grunt here, he might die by King Lian's hand, but he doesn't, so I'm going to move in front of him. What I should have done in this case is just enter one of the Necrolytes, the Clerics, and just heal my king up, because they've really nerfed the amount of damage that the fire does. It really isn't that much of a problem anymore. So right now I have the possibility of moving my War Chief, so I do 1 step forward, and he's facing King Lian, so he will attack him. Now I enter my Necrolyte, I get closer to my War Chief and I start healing him up, and I'm going to try and put myself in a position where I can do some damage.
Sounds fine. Are you challenging me?
The War Chief is doing a ton of damage right now, so King Lian should be dropping. This peon right here died, so I can move my Necrolite in front of the king. And this will allow me to use my attacking ability and the automated melee strike that all pawns have. Now King Lian's already 35%, my War Chief is 75%. Is looking really good. Medivh cheats again, and this time he places a buff on the pieces, I believe. Yes, he does it on the Acolyte in the back. Or no, not the Acolyte, I'm sorry, the Cleric. We'll heal to my War Chief. Just keep on attacking King Lian, because that is your final object. And it really doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. You might wonder, Noble, all these matches, what is the purpose of this? Well, it's to show you how the game works, and that's the most important thing. There is no I win tactic, there really isn't. You can look up 100 guides and they will tell you to go to square E5 or B3. That's not the way that this works. You need to anticipate on what's happening around you. Now the king has smacked down my Necrolite. So I'm going to enter my War Chief, I believe. No. Yes. What am I going to do? Yeah. I'm entering my War Chief and I'm just going to finish off the king with a couple of melee strikes. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, like I said, it's a little bit about knowing what to do, it's a little bit about a tactic, and it's also a little bit about luck. When I was recording the movements of the chess pieces, the game somehow automatically won. I hadn't moved a single piece and still I had won. So there's also a little bit of luck involved. If you really can't solo this, there's no reason to nerf it. Just bring a friend and you should be perfectly fine. Just a final tip before I go. Say you want to invite a friend to help you out, but they don't have enough time to run through the entire dungeon. In that case, there's an old shortcut that was used in the past for when you wiped. Its location is just after the opera event as you enter the ghost tower. On the left there's a wooden door that's closed, but you can open it from the inside. It will open if you right click on it. You can only use this shortcut after you've opened it from the inside, and it will save your friend about half the travel time. I hope this guide will be helpful. Good luck, subscribe if you like my videos, and until next time guys, see ya!